or not heard my voice over in the booth, I am the in-game commentator as well as commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour. It's absolutely We finally hit a bunch of details from Street Fighter 6 this summer, and today we'll be diving deep into the game mechanics, the visual aesthetics, and speak more on the newest reveal character, Jamie. There may also be some first-time reveals of the new Street Fighter 6 content that we might be teasing a little bit. Not to mention that we're celebrating the 35th anniversary for Street Fighter. Can you believe that? I'm just about as old as Street Fighter, I feel like. I'm just 2 years off, but 35 years. It's remarkable. And in celebration, there'll be a lot of info on which collaborations will be on the show floor. Plus, we're giving away a ton of goodies for today's panel, so be sure to pay attention to some of the hints that I may or may not drop, because we will be having a little bit of a trivia for each and every one of you later. Last but not least, we'll be talking about the recently released Capcom Fighting Collection, available now on PC, Xbox One, PS4, as well as on Nintendo Switch. If you guys haven't picked it up already, I highly recommend it because, man, I've been grinding on a ton of those games in every single flight all by myself. All right, before we get into it, let's introduce our members for the panel representing the Street Fighter team to talk more about the game. We have, of course, Director Takayuki Nakayama. Producer Shuhei Matsumoto. Chief Producer Kazuhiro Tsuchiya. Project Manager and Translator Hiroshi Oku. As well as a very familiar face you saw in the last panel, Senior Brand Manager Street Fighter Jackie Simmons. With that in mind, we're going to talk about the Street Fighter 35th anniversary. Now, we've had throwback arcade boxes to the next generation consoles. The Street Fighter franchise has had quite a ride with no plans of stopping whatsoever. And to celebrate that, Street Fighter has collaborated with some amazing partners this year, from Fortnite, Minecraft, all the way to the TCG streets of Magic the Gathering. That one was actually insane. I love that. And with that in mind, looks like there's going to be a lot of partners here at San Diego Comic-Con on the show floor. Jackie, who do we actually have to highlight today for those collaborations?
Hey guys, we have a lot, and we're trying to switch it up this year. We have quite a bit that are going to be on the floor, which we'll talk about. Some that are going to be coming up soon, so we're going to give you some sneak peeks. And like Vicious mentioned, we're actually going to be giving away some of these awesome prizes. As you can see, this is a little sneak peek here. But we'll be kind of running through, and hope you guys enjoy some of the collaborations we've had in celebration of the 35th anniversary. So first off, we're going to go hit out and swing. If you guys are wrestling fans, AEW, we got the action figures. We just announced that a couple months ago. They're here on full force in booth 3513. As you can see, Kenny Omega, who is a super Street Fighter fan, is rocking the Akuma costume, so we're really excited to collaborate with him. These figures are coming later this fall. We also have Icon Heroes, and you guys may have noticed there's actually some limited edition Blanca statues. Those are limited to 100, so if you haven't gotten one yet, I would run by to booth 3245 to grab yours. We also have a set of lovely bobbleheads here. So this is one of the bobbleheads we're actually going to be giving away today, thanks to our partners over at Icon Heroes. And you guys may remember, we've been rocking with Fortnite for the past year and a half. We kind of did a Ryu Chun-Li, we did Cammy and Guile, and we just recently did Blanca and Sakura. So we just did a Fuko 2-pack featuring Bright Bomber and Ryu, as you see here. They're available at their booth, but also online. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. We have a couple of upcoming figurines, both for the Ryu, Chun-Li, and Fei Long. They're over at the booth 3746, thanks to our partners over at Jada. And you guys may have noticed if you pass by, you may have noticed that 1/1 scale bus from Chun-Li. This is ready for pre-order now and will be available for purchase for next year in the summertime. We also got some sneak peeks for the Akuma 1:2 scale to pre-order later into the fall of next year. But for now, definitely enjoy the pre-order for Elena. my lovely lady. She's one of my favorite characters, as well as the Chun-Li wedding figure. Over to our wonderful friends with Premium Collectible Studios at booth 3348. And then we also got some upcoming stored collectibles. Booth 301, featuring Bullrog. We have Jury, and then what's coming up is that sneak peek model of Darkstalkers fans, especially if you guys are one of them, for Morgan. Only lonely. We also have the 99 silver proof color coins. They're available for purchase over with our friends from LPM Group Limited. Now we get to the fun stuff. So what are we giving away? What's the good stuff? So for one, we have some pixel frames that we're going to be giving away today via trivia. And this will be thanks to our wonderful partners over at Geeks Outpost. And again, they have a booth available at 1021. We also have socks you can mix and match, have a player 1, player 2 on your feetsies. So we'll also be giving those away as well. Ninja Turtles, okay. Everyone's sticking around for the Cowabunga panel afterwards, but it was really exciting to be working with Nickelodeon for these awesome action figures. This will be available in October, but they also gave us a sneak peek of these figurines for today. And the Roosevelts, you guys may be seeing we're rocking. I had a little outfit change as well, but we're rocking the Roosevelts here. This recently launched back in July 17th, so it's not available at the booth here, but we are giving them away today. Magic? I don't know if you're getting Magic now. Oh, yeah. We did a collab with them earlier this year, and as you guys know, it was limited edition, 1 month only to pick up these packs, and we actually were able to talk to our lovely friends over at Wizards of the Coast to bring us over some packs today to include for our giveaway. Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff too. Like, it keeps getting better and better. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw the rocking finesse, skateboard decks over at our Street Fighter 6 booth. Our awesome friends over at Finesse actually created these custom with our development team here, utilizing some of the colorful art from Street Fighter 6 characters, especially that I've recently revealed back in our announcement. So we'll be giving away some of these amazing decks, and I'm sure you've kind of seen them around, but just a little sneak peek here. Definitely special thanks to the team. Oh, okay. So one of these, yes, we are giving away a lovely arcade 1-up giveaway. Enjoy an array of collectibles from Street Fighter games. And no, you do not have to actually plug them out of here. We're just going to collect the information so we can ship it right to your door. Last but not least, you may have seen our lovely enamel pins. These are provided to us by our wonderful Udon Entertainment partners. So thanks again. They're over at booth 4529. And they were very nice enough to work with our art director as well as Nakayama-san over our games director on the panel here to actually create this custom Chun-Li art. It's adorable. Maybe sold out, however, I think we're going to give away though. So it's also part of the giveaway. And we, last but not least, wanted to reveal, if you guys don't know the word yet, Nakayama's doing a signing. Actually, it's the same booth, 4529. So Saturday 2 to 3, Sunday 2 to 3, stop by. You want to get your card signed by this lovely man. So I think that's all we've got for our wonderful announcements. I think it's time for us to do some. So let's kick off the trivia. What do you think?
I think it's a pretty good time to do so. In fact, I will be giving you guys extremely difficult questions that I just made up in like 30 seconds ago, in my head, by the way. No, they're going to be very, very easy. You see that gentleman down below right here? That is Andy Wong, our senior community manager, who will be picking out the individuals as we go through our trivia. So please be very, very nice to him. He's a very hard-working man. Let's give another applause. So I think it is time. Let's hit you guys off with the first trivia question for one of our first giveaways of the day. Going right into it. Let's get that trivia question up on the screen, please. Boom, here we go. Who is the tallest of the following characters? Is it G, Sagat, Birdie, Zangief, or Balrog. I'll let Andy decide who it was because I didn't get to see who put their hand up first. To be real honest with you. I'm gonna need you to take your name and your social security as well. Please keep that information. The name at least. So again, question one: who is the tallest of the following characters? Your shot. G. Is it G?
No.
It is actually not the world president. It is not the world president. I'm gonna go for this man right here. I did see a hand on my peripherals. We're gonna give you the mic on this one so that everybody hears the answer so that it's clear. He says Beardy. Beardy. It is actually not Birdie.
Sagat?
Is it Sagat?
That is correct. It is indeed Sagat, the ball man himself. The Muay Thai ex-former champion, I should say. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
The King? Oh, wait, I thought that was for me. Oh, I thought these were mine. You get all of it? I thought that was mine too. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Yo, round of applause again. One more time. They're so generous. I like that. You got yourself an exclusive Fighter 6 deck with Luke in there. I don't even know what's in the backpack, by the way. All right, we just give him a little stuff. That's pretty cool. Big congratulations to you. Again, we're going to be doing 2 more trivia questions throughout the day, so please pay attention for the subtle hints. It seems to be like a gritty graffiti look that takes fans to an underground arena. Was this sort of hip-hop art style intentional for the creative design?
今回のブースデザインを見る限りだと、かなりそのアングラな、グラフィティのイメージがすごい強い、デザインケースになっているかと思いますが、そのようなヒップホップのアートスタイルはもう意図的に、その方向に進んだ感じでしょうか。
そうですね、もうストリートファイターが結構ヒップホップのカルチャーとつながりが強いっていうのはもう皆さんご存知かもしれないんですけど、この、見てもらったら分かるようにストリートファイター1の、オープニングの、ムービーであるとか、あとはストリートファイター3のサードストライクのサウンドなんていうのはヒップホップのカルチャーとものすごく強いつながりがあるので、そういうのを、インスピレーションして、ストリートファイター6もヒップホップの、ヒップホップ的なところを要素を取り入れて現代的にアレンジしてるっていう、ですね、コンセプトになってます。
So yeah, longtime fans of Street Fighter probably are already familiar with this, but you know, Street Fighter has been influenced by hip hop culture from pretty much the very beginning. Whether it be like the graffiti that you see in the opening of Street Fighter 1, or like the music in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter has just been heavily inspired by hip hop and street culture. And because we knew that we had such a strong affinity with hip hop culture, we thought it was the right time to bring it back in a modern flavor for Street Fighter 6.
And I love it. It's always been back on April, way back in 3 for the most part, man. Seeing all of that and all come together also in 6. You get to really listen to like OST while you're out there in the booth. You get to really listen to the music as well. It's been very true to its roots. And my follow-up question to that, right, is to create a game of this caliber, how do you mitigate the challenges while also pushing the boundaries of innovation within the genre?
今回発表された内容だとかなりもう大きな規模感のタイトルになると思いますけれども、その開発のリスクを軽減しつつ、どうやってそのジャンルとしての革新的なその幅の広さを広げることができたんでしょうか。
まずストリートファイター6が、ファイティンググラウンドと、ワールドツアーと、バトルハブっていうこの、3つの大きいゲームが柱に、ピラーになってて、この3つ全て1つずつ別々のゲームを作ってるような規模感で作ってるので、かなりチャレンジングなタイトルに6はなってますと。で、2018年から、中山ディレクターと一緒に企画を考えてたんですけど、コアの格闘ファンだけじゃなくて、もうちょっと広いところ、その広げる意味で格闘ゲームなんですけど、新しいストリートファイターを作るっていうような、イメージで、ゲームを作るというのを目指してました。
So yeah, Street Fighter 6 consists of these three modes that you're seeing right here: Fighting Ground, World Tour, and Battle Hub. And we're treating these as like the key pillars of Street Fighter 6. And the scope of that is pretty large. And I mean, we're almost treating these as like individual titles on their own. And yeah, it's definitely a challenge for us. However, Nakayama-san has been leading the planning phase since 2018, and the game's been in development for quite a while now. So we're very confident that we're going to be able to deliver a new Street Fighter title, not just for like the core existing Street Fighter fans, but something that all types of players will fall in love with.
And I can't wait for more news on that. Thank you, Matsumoto-san. Again, it's been a lot of love. And you got trailer and see what it's all about. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm sure everybody else pretty much feels the same in this room, even outside of this room. But I'm going to change it over to the director, Nakayama-san. My question to you is, could you provide us some background on the newest character introduced to the Street Fighter roster, Jamie?
中山さん、ちょっと新キャラクターのジェイミーについてちょっと背景ご説明いただけますか。
はい、新キャラのジェイミーになるんですけれども、彼はね、ストリートファイター3に登場していたユンとヤンというね、キャラクターに憧れて、彼らとね、同じように街の平和を守っているというような、ね、キャラクターになっています。でそうですね、ちょうど今日かなとか今発表になった、ちょっとジェイミーのテーマソングが、ミスタートッププレイヤーという曲があるんですけれども、それがカプコンブースに行くと、ね、ダウンロードできるので、ちょっとぜひ行ってみてください。
Yes, so Jamie is the newest character in the world of Street Fighter, and he looks up to the Yun and Yang brothers from the Street Fighter 3 series, and he aspires to be just like them by utilizing his martial arts to kind of protect his hometown, his home city. And yeah, by the way, we just released his theme song on our YouTube account, and you'll have a chance to be able to download the song Mr. Top Player from our booth, so please stop up and by when you have the chance.
Now, for those that haven't had the deep dive into the trailer like I have, I spent like hours in a cave just dissecting this footage, but also haven't been able to play just yet over at our booth. I have a question for you again, another one regarding Jamie. Like, for the folks that haven't seen the playstyle yet, how would you describe his fighting style?
彼の格闘技についてちょっとご説明いただけますか。
はい、彼はですね、服装とかね、動きとかからも見てわかるかもしれないですけども、水拳というね、格闘技を使って戦います。ストリートファイターシリーズでは初めてのね、水拳使いということになります。はい。あと彼はすごいダンスが得意なので、その水拳にダンスをミックスしたオリジナルの戦い方をしていますね。あとはですね、腰にひょうたんっていうね、ものをつけてるんですけども、マシンっていう技があって、それを使うことによって、ひょうたんからね、エナジードリンクを、気を解放するね、エナジードリンクを飲んで、必殺技が増えたりとか、アクションが変化したりとかっていう、結構ね、テクニカルな、多彩なことができるキャラクターになっています。
Yeah, so you might be able to tell by his outfit and how he moves, but Jamie utilizes drunken boxing for his fighting style. And but not only that, he's also an expert dancer, so he incorporates elements of breakdancing into his moveset. Jamie has a move called the Devil Inside, which allows him to take a swig from the gourd that he has carrying around him, which allows him to perform more new types of moves that he wasn't able to before. And by the way, the contents of the gourd is not alcohol. It's a key unleashing drink made of kids. But yeah, this is the very first drunken boxing fighter in the world of Street Fighter, so we really hope you give him a shot.
I'm definitely going to need that key unleashed pretty soon, actually. Hopefully they have available stands. Possibly, key unleashed drink? Nice, we can do that. Moving on over, again, thank you, Nakayama-san, for that big deep dive into the new character, Jamie. I'm going to switch it over to Tsuchiya-san, the chief producer of Street Fighter 6. Looking at what has been announced so far, there seems to be an intention to present Street Fighter in a non-traditional fashion. Can you share your thoughts on the new modes?
今回発表された内容だとちょっと従来の形とはちょっと違ったストリートファイターの見せ方をちょっと目指している感じに見えますけれども、それぞれのモードについてちょっと、違いとかこれご説明いただけますか。
はい、今回はですね、従来からの格闘ゲームモードに加えて ワールドツアーという没入型のシングルプレイモードとバトルハブというプレイヤー同士のコミュニケーションが大幅に強化されたモードを用意しています。これらは発売日から全てプレイできるようになりますが、どれから遊んでみるかっていうのは皆さんの自由に決めていただきたいというふうに思います。例えば格闘ゲームに不慣れな人だった場合、ワールドツアーでストーリーを楽しみながらシステムやコマンドに慣れ親しんでいただいて、自信が持てたらファイティンググラウンドやバトルハブで腕試しをしてもらえたらいいなというふうに考えます。
Yeah, so on top of the kind of the traditional fighting modes that you'll get to experience through Fighting Ground, Street Fighter 6 also will have World Tour, which is an immersive single-player mode, and Battle Hub, which allows kind of enhanced online communication between players. And so, since all three of these modes will be available at launch, we hope that players kind of have the freedom to choose which starting point and which journey they want to take. For example, for a player who might not be as well versed in like Street Fighter or fighting games in general, they might want to start out playing World Tour, where they'll be able to experience the lore and the story of Street Fighter while kind of like learning the fundamentals of what a fighting game really is. And then once they kind of learn the basics and feel more confident, then they can kind of apply their practices in different modes like Fighting Ground and Battle Hub.
And for all the folks that are diving into fighting games, when it comes to beginner level, even to the diehard pros, I think the dev team and just the team in general has done a very great job of listening to like the voices and opinions of each and every one of these people that have played the games. So again, keep in mind there's a lot of hard work that goes into some of these modes, and I think really looking forward to it. And just looking at the inside of it, it's going to be a big treat for each and every one of you. We highly encourage you guys to check it out, right? In fact, Tsuchiya-san had a question for another one, right? The game is going to be available on PlayStation, Xbox, as well as Steam. But for those here in attendance right now that haven't been able to try it yet, where can they find it?
今後、プレイステーション、Xbox と Steam で発売される予定かと思いますけれども、今すぐプレイしたい方はどうすればいいでしょうか。
そうですね。カプコンブースにはリュウ、チュンリー、ルーク、ジェイミー4人のプレイヤーが体験できる、体験版を用意してますので、ぜひホール A のカプコンブースに遊びに来てください。
So yeah, at our Capcom booth, we have a playable demo where you'll get to try out Ryu, Chun-Li, Luke, and Jamie through Fighting Ground. So please stop by when you have the chance and give it a shot.
We're going to switch things up just a little bit, right? It may not be trivia time, but I will ask the crowd, how many Darkstalker fans do we have in this?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, the Capcom Fighting Collection actually has been released not too long ago. Some of you may have seen the latest news earlier this year. Again, it is currently available now. The Capcom Fighting Collection is currently available on PlayStation 4 as well as Xbox One, PC, and the Nintendo Switch. Be sure to enjoy some of your favorite classic games all in one package, the Capcom Fighting Collection. With that in mind, we do have a little bit of a trailer. Check it out.
produced that title as well.
Damn, multitasking like Steve. I gotta say, when you get me every single time, I couldn't sit still at the pretty much the board. I was just like,
It's all a little
I was gonna break this.
yeah.
I feel like the spirit of Tasty Steve was within me. We're going into it right. I hope you guys have been paying attention because we have another trivia to give away. But I have to say first, who actually loves Dark? Who is the biggest Darkstalkers fan here? Man, that guy was first. You guys slept on it. You guys absolutely slept on it.
Gotta be on the ready.
Well, guess what? For the Capcom Fighters collection, we do have a big thing to give away here. It's going to include 2 copies of the game for you and your friend, if you get the question right. And again, we have a custom book bag as well. The cap, and to complete the look, a Capcom Fighting Collection jacket with some additional fun. We're going to be throwing in some Street Fighter swag as well. Andy, I believe that gentleman right there was the first to put his hand up. The question is, show us the question, please. A lot of pressure. Don't be nervous. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. This is one of my favorite ones, right? Colleen shares her birthday with which other legendary character? Wow. And I'm gonna hide my pen. I'm gonna give you the Jeopardy music on this one. We're gonna get answer 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get a pass on that. It's all right. That one actually stumped me the first time. I didn't make that question. I promise you. Was that Andy? Andy, was that the one? Okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry. BB Head?
What is it?
BB Head?
It is actually not BB Hood. I might have thrown you off just a little bit. I just wanted to see who the Darkstalker fans were so I can get a hand. What is it? It is going to be Street Fighter related, that is for sure. All right, everybody, hands down real quick, hands down. The light is like shining off of my head, so I can't see the hands. In 3, 2, 1, put them on! Damn it. Andy, you're the man, you got it. So who shares their birthday with Colleen from the Street Fighter franchise?
Gil?
Ooh, unfortunately, that is just the secretary to do. All right, we got one more. We got one more. Put them all down, put them all down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh man, that's he's got it right here. We got the hand up right in the front, or sorry, in the middle section right there with the beige shirt and glasses. I can't see with the mask on, come on now.
Guile?
Ooh, it's actually kind of close. We give a hand. You're kind of real close. Andy, I want you to pick this one.
I think we can give a hint.
We could give a hint. This is going to be the biggest hint ever, I feel like. So it may not be Guile, but they share the same hair color.
We just announced him in Street Fighter 6.
Go ahead. 3, 2, 1, hands up.
He has the same letter as Colleen. Same letter.
Okay. Oh,
That.
that's the one. That is actually the one. Hint is yes. I had to cover up my name.
We're also giving away some awesome.
Could you tell us the thought process behind the different control types, especially the introduction of the new modern control type? What are the key differences between what's been shown with the classic and modern?
土屋さん、今回、新しい、操作形態を、発表されたかと思いますけれども、その、クラシックと、特にそのモダンとの違いについてちょっとご説明してもらえますか。
はい、今回はですね、コアな格闘ゲームファンだけではなくて、すべての皆さんにストリートファイターを楽しんでもらいたいというふうに考えています。長年ストリートファイターをプレイしているような方であれば、システムやコマンドにはもう慣れていると思うんですけれども、すべての方がそうではないというふうに考えています。そういった人たちのために、簡単な操作で必殺技やコンボが出せるモダンタイプコントロールというものを用意しました。ただしこれはイージーモードではなくて、これを使ってゲーム大会に挑戦してもらうということも十分にやってもらいたいというふうに位置づけています。
So Matsumoto-san talked on this a little bit, but our aim is to deliver a new Street Fighter experience that all types of players can enjoy. And while longtime Street Fighter fans will most likely be familiar and feel comfortable with the 6-button classic control type, we also acknowledge that some newcomers may have a challenge when it comes to execution. So with that, we decided to implement a modern control type, which allows for simplified commands for special moves and combos. However, one note that we want to make is that by no means is this an easy mode, and we think that modern control type is an acceptable control type for those who even want to use it in a competitive setting.
Now, is that currently available on the show floor with the build that you have there over at booth 215?
まあ今の体験版でも、モダン操作とクラシック両方とも体験できる感じでしょうか。
もちろんです。今回の体験版ではクラシックとモダン2つのコントロールタイプが選べるようになってますので、ぜひ両方体験してもらいたいというふうに思います。
Yeah, so at the playable demo at our booth, both classic and modern control types are available. So we hope you get to try both of them and see which one you like better.
And as you can see from the slide, we do have all of the controls listed. We also have them on the booth, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of show you what you could expect with the modern type control, specifically for League. You see it on the screen, but we do have it. Again, that scheme is pretty much universal, I feel like, from what it looks like over at the booth, trying it out with like Luke and Jamie as well, and Chun-Li. So again, be sure to get your hands on it. Try out the modern control type for those that are just starting things off with fighting games. We're going to take a little switch up now, going in from the mechanics to talk a little bit about the commentary feature. We've heard it on the booth. I went there. He looks really familiar. I almost wanted to got up. I almost did it. But it definitely isn't about me. Again, the commentary feature is something that kind of includes the fans from like a lifetime of fans that have been growing up with this game and have been talking about this game for a very long time. I'm going to actually direct this over to Matsumoto before I get into it again. It's been a lifelong dream to be a part of a video game in general, and the fact that it's the IP that I adore the most is a big, big blessing. So thank you. I never got to thank you guys personally, but allow me to do it on the stage. Thank you so much for including me into Street Fighter 6. It's much love all around. Thank you so much. What was that too? Here we go. Matsumoto-san, my first question is, can you talk to me a little bit more about your thoughts on this feature? Like, how did this even come about?
この実況機能のその背景についてちょっとご説明してもらえますか。
そうですね、ストリートファイター、今は5の大会で盛り上げてもらってるんですけど、そこの一番、盛り上がる部分、実況を添えてもらって盛り上がる部分を、大会の現場だけじゃなくて、家でも体験してほしいなっていうので、それをまずチャレンジしていますと。で、リシャさんもそうなんですけど、ものすごくやってることに対して分かりやすく解説入れてもらってるので、ファイティングに初めて入った方も今自分が何してるかっていうのが分かりやすいので、すごく便利な機能だなっていうのがあります。で、ボイスは英語と日本語2つがあるんですけど、字幕が13言語で対応しているので、そこも見ながら楽しめるんじゃないかなって。
So yeah, right now we're running some Street Fighter 5 tournaments through the Capcom Pro Tour, and we know that there's a lot of excitement thanks to commentators like you, Vicious. And so one of the challenges was like, how can we bring the excitement of that competitive feeling to an individual player in their kind of like their home environment? So that was the intention of this particular mode. But not only that, we also wanted to help make it kind of like a learning tool for those who are still kind of learning the fundamentals of fighting games. Yeah, since the commentators do such a great job explaining what's actually happening on the screen, we thought that this could be kind of like a good educational system for these newcomers. And also the voices of the commentators are available in both English and Japanese and supported through 13 languages for subtitles.
13,
Wow.
I didn't know those 13, that's a lot, man. Geez, that's actually pretty impressive. As you can see on the slide, or you did see earlier, Aru was the other commentator for the Japanese voice. Again, a legend in his own right. The reason why I even got into commentary was because I was listening to him back in the day with God's Garden, the Third Strike tournament, all the SBO stuff, Super Battle Opera, etc., right? The inspiration of commentary actually came from that legend on the screen, Aru. And with that in mind, Matsumoto, I want to know what your inspiration was with including this feature.
この実況機能を実装するにあたってはそのインスピレーションについてはどうなのか。
インスピレーションも あなたが
Come on, man. Come on, man.
大会の楽しさを、実況を入れてもらうことでより盛り上がるっていうのがすごくいつもね大会、カプコンプロツアーとか、ストリートファイターリーグ見ててすごくいいなって思ったのと、あとは大会のこの臨場っていうのを、皆さんに届けたいというのと、やっぱストリートファイターが一番大事というかつながりが深い、やっぱ FGC がすごくつながりが強いので、そういったものをちゃんと皆さんに6で届けたいというのがあるので、そこをものすごく大事です。ありがとうございます。
Yeah, I mean, well, this is, you are definitely the inspiration for this mode, and we've been watching Street Fighter in competitive settings for many years now, whether it's through the Capcom Pro Tour or Street Fighter League or other formats, and we're just so blessed to have like wonderful commentators like you on board, and yeah, we just really wanted to give players a chance to experience that excitement that you guys deliver. So, thank you very much.
Thank you guys. That is indeed the dream. I would love to comment on each and every one of you. Sure, I'll would as well. And again, just hearing that. And I'm kind of like Maggie, where it's just like I get kind of weirded out by compliments. So it's just, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm extremely humbled. Thank you so much. We're going to be switching it over to Nakayama-san. We're going to be talking a little bit about what to expect in the future of Street Fighter 6. Remember when I said I have some exclusive content reveals before we even started? It makes sense. Well, we're lucky enough to have Nakayama-san share with us some alternate costumes for some of our characters. Nakayama-san, please take it away.
はい、じゃあちょっと。はい、まずこれ竜の、衣装なんですけれども、竜といったらね、やっぱり赤い鉢巻きにこの白い道着ということで、はい、これちょっと開発中のね画面なんですけれども、はい、持ってきました。あとちゃんとね、ひげも剃ってます。はい。
So yeah, as you can see here, we got Ryu in his classic Street Fighter 2 outfit with his iconic white gi and red headband. And as you can see here, he's relatively clean shaven compared to his default outfit.
はい、じゃあ次お願いします。はい。はい。チュンリーもやっぱりこの衣装がないとっていうことで、はい。トゲトゲのね、腕輪を復活して、はい。右下のね、ごめんねってやってるポーズの手の部分にもね、攻撃判定があるんで、それもブースで楽しめるんで、ぜひやってください。
So yeah, here we got Chun-Li in her classic Street Fighter 2 outfit with her spiky bracelets on her wrist. And if you pay attention to the bottom right screenshot right there, that's her performing her classic taunt animation, which has a hit detection. So if you want to give it a try, we'll try it out.
So you mean to tell me we have the hits back from third strike? We actually can hit our opponents with our taunts.
実際に、挑発アニメモーションで当たることはヒットできる。できる。できる。できる。
あ、次お願いします。これもこの前ちょっと発表させてもらったガイドなんですけども、彼も、ストリートファイター2の時のコスチュームが用意されています。これはね、1番目のデフォルトのカラーなんですけど、2番目はストリートファイター2ダッシュかな、日本でいうとの、茶色のカラーになっています。
So yeah, we got Guile in his classic Street Fighter 2 costume here. Guile was a recently announced character, and yeah, this is his P1 color right here, but for P2 is his kind of classic Street Fighter 2 Turbo brown scheme, which you may be familiar with. So we'll be looking forward to that.
Championship edition, yes.
Thank you.
次お願いします。はい、
Someone recognized
I told them that too. I told that's the first thing I was like, kids of that.
はい、もちろん新キャラクターのね、ルークにも、違うコスチュームが用意されてます。で結構、ルークはね、ストリートファイター5とか 6の時から裸足でかわいそうって SNS で言われたんで靴を履かせました。はい。
So obviously we're going to have alternate costumes for some of the newcomers as well. This is Luke in his streetwear. We've been hearing a lot of people talking about asking why Luke doesn't have shoes on in his default costume. So here we go. We got us some kicks.
はい、じゃあ次お願いします。で、今日もちょっとね、説明させてもらったジェイミーなんですけども、ルークのライバルキャラクターということで、彼もストリートウェアっていうか、普段着の服を用意しました。じゃあ胸元のね、アクセサリーとかもすごい豪華で、かっこいいので、これも、リリースされたらね、ちょっとしっかり見ていただけるとありがたいです。
So yeah, now finally we got Jamie, who is actually Luke's rival in the story of Street Fighter 6. This is him in his streetwear. If you pay close attention to the chain that he's wearing, we put a lot of effort into the details of that. It's very gaudy and pretty sick. So hope you guys take a look at it and pay attention when he's available.
Very much so. Looking forward to rocking that specific outfit out as Jamie. Man, he looks sick. All of them look really sick. Can we get another round of applause for all the costumes that are coming out for our characters right now? And it's only for Again, I talked to you about this a little bit earlier, right at the beginning. I have some very, very tough trivia questions. Well, guess what? We do have another trivia coming up. This one is